So kind of as a follow-up video to the last one that I posted about Empress Arcana rotation, kind of understanding where your DPS comes from. I'm going to post a quick video here with 2 Parses, one in which I kind of just am focused on return plus 2 ruin, no matter what those ruin skills are. And then another one where I'm going to kind of think about the efficiencies I'm going to be getting from Rain and Garden, and only really using Saren whenever I have the blue skills up to support it. So um, for this, I'm just going to be standard Helton build, nothing too crazy, no cards, just full 3s, and then a level 2 for Yearning, level 8 gems, and then 1700, 500. Sweet. I'm not going to use any cards for this either, just to make sure that these parses are more consistent. Cards add a lot of RNG, and I kind of just want like a, hey, what does a normal rotation look like video? So, yeah, I'll start a test real quick. For this one, I'm just going to be doing return plus 2 ruin, no matter what they are. And that's kind of how I'm going to be playing this parse, which is kind of what I see a lot of people doing, to be honest. I mean, if you're really inexperienced, you would rain here, but like without that return buff, but I'm gonna give people the benefit of the doubt. So yeah, just kind of just doing this cycle in a way where I'm just gonna kind of what guides have been telling people, where it's just like, hey, return plus 2 ruin, return plus 2 ruin over and over again, and I'm just kind of hitting the abilities that I have available to me rather than kind of thinking about what skills I want to actually fit in this return. You'll notice how I have a lot of downtime, not using this rain off cooldown very often. It's kind of lost in the sauce when you're looking at this actual rotation, right? So it's kind of hard to do this rotation incorrectly, to be honest with you, but this is like, realistically, this could be a rotation that if you saw a guide and it's like, cool, do return plus 2 ruin skills, and you weren't really aware of like the differences in damage that you're going to see and return efficiencies, this might be a rotation that you would use, right? So cool. So 2.8 mil was what that one was logged at. For this one, I'm going to be much more cognizant of lining up return where it's going to have more value, using Saren outside of these windows potentially if it's available, and if I have the blue skills to support it. And yeah, we'll see how this one works. So I use Saren there because I still get okay value, right? And realistically, I'm not missing out on a whole lot there because I was going to have the blue skill up anyway to support that. Here I'm going to Saren probably, just because I'll be able to restack this and have this back up in time. And you'll notice that my rain is pretty much kept off cooldown, right? So I don't want to like lose too much time on this rain here because this is really, to me, my most important skill, and it's the one I want to be using a lot of. So I'd rather use Secret Garden there rather than Rain or Saren, because I know that the Secret Garden is going to have slightly more value, even unbuffed, compared to the average DPS of that Saren. So. And this is a scenario where I have so much time on Rain left that I'm going to be able to Saren, because I'm going to have all the time in the world to get all these stacks back for my next cycle, right? So I probably could have gotten a little bit more value by waiting 1 more second there and using Rain instead, to be honest. But This is another scenario where I can get a little bit of value. It might have been better to guard in there, to be honest with you. But, I mean, these are the kinds of things that you have to, like, be thinking of when you're playing this class. Because if you don't, then you're just going to be missing out on a ton of damage. So, see, and even that slight, like, minor adjustment, and I didn't even play that perfectly, right? If I played that rotation cycle perfectly, it probably would have been like 3.5, 3.6. But even that minor adjustment of, like, understanding where my damage is coming from was like a 600k DPS increase. So hopefully that kind of illustrates the importance of thinking about your rotation a lot on Arcana, and getting just the basics down before you start adding cards is a huge deal. So, sweet. Thanks for watching.